A competitive Warhammer 40K army list for 9th edition should be enjoyable to use, is effective and efficient on the tabletop, and allows you to express your skill, knowledge in tactics for the game of Warhammer 40k. At least that's what I try and aim for when I write my 40k army lists, and lists that I write for my students and clients that are on the Vanguard Tactics Academy. Hey, I'm Stephen from Vanguard Tactics, and I've been playing and coaching 40k professionally for the last 18 months. And in this video, I'm going to try and share my Warhammer 40k army list writing top tips, tactics, and how I create some of the top 40k army lists that go on to win GTs and other events. And it is this process that helped me to rank in the top 100 of the world and become the #1 Blood Angel player globally. So after I've chosen a faction to play with, the first thing that I do is thoroughly read through the codex and digest it. Now this might sound a bit obvious, but there is a huge difference between just flicking through the codex and actually diving in deep and digesting all of that information. So I start by putting all the distractions to one side, and then I make my favourite cup of coffee. Put on my headphones and play my favourite playlist. I then spend time reading through, making notes on the army-wide abilities, warlord traits, relics, powers, and of course, all of the units that are in the codex. Making notes on themes, playstyle, tricks, and the powerful combinations as I go through the book. I also outline the key units and also the characters that I want to use to support those key units, just to make sure I can get absolutely every single thing out of this list that I possibly can. The next stage is to work out all of the details. So once I have an idea of those key units that I want to use, I then start plugging everything into the Warhammer 40k battle app. And I start off with the basics. I add enough core troops to fill a battalion if that's what I want to choose, and I then choose the most important characters. Then I add in those key units that I looked over earlier that I want to use, and adjusting the sizes of those units until I'm happy with the overall outline. Once the points are all done, I then go through and add the warlord traits, the relics, and the powers that the army needs based on the notes I made earlier. Next, we have to make a justification for every part of the list. And this is the part most people never even consider. The difference between writing an okay army list and an absolute great one. Start off by asking myself the question, why? Why this unit and not another unit? What is the role of this unit on the tabletop? How will this unit help me score on the primary? Will it be used to hold objectives, or will it be used to push my opponent off theirs? How will this unit help me achieve the secondary conditions of the game? Will it be scoring secondaries, or will it be used to deny those secondary points of my opponent? Then once I've justified every single unit and I've made the changes that I felt were necessary, I then move on to the next phase. In this next part is to check that my army can deal with absolutely everything that the game of 40k could throw at me. And this is where I run my list through what I call the gauntlet. And obviously this is something that constantly changes. Can I deal with a unit of 20 Necron warriors in a turn before they obviously stand back up? And can I kill a 24 wound toughness 8 model like a knight every single battle round? Once I feel I can run the gauntlet with the list, I then put it through a SWOT analysis. And this is where I'm going to highlight all of the strengths, the weaknesses, the threats, and the opportunities of my list. The SWOT analysis is going to help me inform my decision-making processes in the future. So for example, when I'm at the tabletop, I know exactly what questions I need to be asking my opponent, because I know what is going to be an issue for my list to deal with, and I need to be able to overcome those situations. It's then time to make a general game plan, from starting with deployment to the stratagem use every single battle round, and ultimately how I'm going to score the primary and the secondary points. And once I have that, it's time to test the list to make sure I can play every single mission, and I have a game plan for every single other faction that's out there. So if you want to find more about each of these steps that I covered in this video, check out the Vanguard Tactics Academy, where you can use my templates, have me look over your list and give you some personal feedback. And the first module on the Academy will walk you through how to make a competitive army list in a lot more detail. And all the links are below in the description. Now, the only thing left to do is to buy, build, and get that army painted ready for the tabletop. I hope you enjoyed this video, and it's time for me to get back to the gaming table. So until next time, take care.